I have some
Go
bad
for it.
news, and I have some good news.
Start with the bad news first.
Good, because that's why I said bad news first. The bad news is that saving and loading is temporarily disabled due to a rework, and will be back after the Halloween content update. That's the bad news.
So what's the good news?
The good news is I've got something to make it up to you.
I'm seeing a briefcase.
Pay attention to the briefcase.
Yep. I did know about this, and I really, really like it. I don't know what this entails, but I know that you can do it.
We're gonna play as Haru.
Oh, good. I like that Haru currently does not have a face.
I really like the presentation in this game. I could talk about it forever.
Old gods are awakening.
Scenario mode. Short adventures set during the events of classic mode. Coming soon. Endless mode. It's hopeless. You can't stop the old guys. In this mode, there are no mysteries to solve. Earn points by surviving an endless stream of encounters.
I like the straightforwardness of you can't do it.
It's hopeless.
It won't. It's hopeless.
We'll just do classic mode.
Yeah. Good old classic Coke.
Somewhere, a group of people gathers, trying to awaken their master. Who should we roll with? Who have we not done?
I don't... Well, we've only done one so far, right? Let's go for the Towering Eye. I'm in a Lord of the Rings mood.
Towering Eye?
Hey, welcome to the arcade, Prince Cosmo.
That
Yeah, Towering
show
Eye.
up properly?
It did not show up properly. You want to make sure that the alerts box is the topmost layer on the stream. Since it's got transparency on it, it'll show on top of everything, but it has to be the topmost layer.
Okay, I have that set up for next time.
Good stuff.
Sorry to kind of snub you there. We're still working out the setup.
I don't know, edit it into the video somehow. Like a picture of Cosmo from the Fairly Odd Parents and just put his face on there.
Wonderful. And he's green and everything. It's perfect.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got a bloated body coming closer to Earth.
The mad god favors astronomers and magicians, granting them its gift of power that unknowingly brings Altheolath's bloated body closer and closer to Earth. Cosmic
Well
gift.
done.
Casting spells
Casting
costing
spells.
increases doom instead.
Okay, so we're still fucked on the reason.
Well, the thing
We still
is,
have no hope with the reason.
this is probably the easiest one because I don't use spells anyway.
What are you talking about? Kiryu's not a spellcaster?
Not that he knows of. Your home. City history.
Fair enough.
Oh.
Hmm.
I unlocked this recently. I can, let's see.
You need to learn your history, otherwise you'll be doomed to repeat it.
It's true. We will, for the sake of intrigue, we will disable the dog and enable the vending machines.
Yeah, disable the dog and enable the vending machines. Get some stamina X.
Hell yeah.
Stamina X. Stamina?
Stamina Royale.
Get the Royale.
Staminas was fucking Disaster Day of Crisis.
Oh my god, you're right! Yo, what the fuck are we doing playing World of Horror? Let's load up some Disaster Day of Crisis.
I am not opposed to that idea. Maybe not right this second, but I would not be opposed to that.
We'll do it after Halloween's over, how about that?
Yeah. Hard knock. +1 damage while under the nicotine rush effect.
Don't smoke, kids. Smoking's bad for you, even if you're Kiryu.
Expel evil. One-time use only. -6% doom. Costs 2 stamina.
Yeah, it makes sense. That would only work the once.
Well, I'll tell you what. Removing doom is pretty good. We're gonna hold on to that.
Yeah. You should just have a button that says -99 reason, and you can just press it at any point.
I pressed that button the day I was born.
Look, based on how our stuff has been going so far.
Yeah. First order of business is there is a bug right now where if you try to select outfit B, the game crashes.
Oh, great.
But this one should still work. It does.
Yeah. And that's the outfit you want. We're never gonna change.
Kitty in chat asks if we know of the magical button not explained by the game. No, I don't. Pray enlighten me.
Oh god. Pray enlighten us so that we might return to the waking sands.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Also, I'm sorry. No. There should be press Z to highlight buttons, clickable areas, and secrets. Oh, it's like tabbing in an old Newgrounds game.
Yeah, look at that.
Excellent. It's a good old-fashioned Deus Ex filter.
I didn't know you could do
that.
The
art is too good. Kitty, thank you. That's a very good thing to point out in chat.
That is very helpful, thank you. Got an empty bottle. That'll be helpful for when we inevitably get the worst town status in the game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be abusing the hell out of this button, just so you know.
Oh no, you should. Like I said, back when you played old Newgrounds games, you just tab and cycle through that, and in some cases you would break the game, because it would all be like, yo, we did a pixel hunt and hid the button that wins, and it's like over in the corner somewhere.
Nice. We'll leave the curtains open for now. I bet they do something spooky at one point. Let's take a bath.
They do.
Fill
the shower will help you.
Get a small XP boost.
Fill the bottle with warm bath water and then sell it. Would you buy Kiryu's bath water?
You joke, but...
I don't. I have never joked once in my life. You know this about me. It's refreshing.
Gonna stow that for now.
It also counts as food, which is interesting.
Bonus points
if it's Mizuki's bathwater.
Oh no. You don't see anything weird. I fucking beg to differ.
The entirety of your apartment complex seems to be under a heat wave. Inexplicable and morbid. Oh, no, well, we already know about that.
We already know about that.
Why do you think they call it Lucare? It's because it's a giant square.
It's true.
There's no bonus reason. It's just because it's a square. It must be a really nice day outside, considering, like, 2 seconds apart from each other, he had the exact same thought twice in a row.
Hey, I know that feeling.
You open up the door and you're like, it's a really nice day outside, and then you turn around and then you turn back and you're like, no, it's really nice outside. And then you close the door and like a tentacle comes in through the fucking vent.
I've had days like that.
Yeah, it's true. You do live in Arizona.
Which one should we do? Which one should we start with? We've got options here.
Found footage.
You think so?
Freaky feature. Yeah, go for it.
Do it.
Because I haven't seen that one yet. 3 students disappeared in the process of making a documentary about local folklore and legends of the nearby forest. Blair Witch.
Mm-hmm.
Now, on the first anniversary of the event, a suspicious man has started asking questions. He claims to be a private investigator, hired by the parents of the students. Except the parents of your friends didn't hire him. Who is he, and what did the other students discover out there?
Let's investigate this mystery.
Investigage. Maybe you'll find a clue about their last known whereabouts in the school's newspaper?
It's not my first time, no. I have won a round or two. My first one, you may be interested to know. I don't know if I told you this. I finished it at 99% Doom.
You did tell me that, and I thought it was very funny.
Literally the slimmest victory possible.
Which is very much in keeping with the tone.
Oh yes.
Now you've been racking up hours on this game for sure.
I have. Which kind of brings me to my next topic of conversation, which is, it's kind of boring if I already know how to do everything. So I'm trying to figure out how much agency I should give you here.
Well, I'm gonna largely follow, look, I'm gonna follow my instincts, which were like, hey, let's set that trash can on fire, and then I had to stop and think, no, that was a terrible idea. So,
well, you know what? That should be more entertaining, so I'll let you decide.
Yeah.
What should we do first?
Well, it says, last known whereabouts in the school's newspaper. Let's check out the school, or find our way to a newspaper, I guess. What are our options?
I will offer some hints where I can.
Oh no, yeah, absolutely. If you feel like I'm gonna drive us into a ditch, maybe help.
Well, to start off with, I'll say that we have no weapon, and usually the first thing I like to do in a run is go to the hardware store and buy a weapon.
Okay. Well, let's go to the hardware store. Let's see what we've got to work with. How much money do we have?
Got
We
a
have 4
carpenter
funds.
hammer, a shovel,
Oh, what?
a flashlight,
Damn hammer.
and a can of acid.
Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, but can we only use it once? Can of acid?
We can only use it once, but maybe it's more useful than it lets on.
Okay. What were the prices of the others?
2, 2, 3, 2.
Okay. I say get the can of acid in case we need to do a big damage at some
We can
point.
only buy one thing. Keep that in mind. We would have to come back, and that would
Oh.
cost another 4% doom.
Okay, in that case, let's just get a reusable item.
So what do you think? Shovel or carpenter hammer?
Let's see. Damage 4, speed 75, chance to hit 6. I say you should go for the shovel.
I feel inclined to agree. Let's get the shovel.
You're gonna get more DPS out of that.
For what it's
Also-
worth, I have never seen any of these extra effects proc.
No, but anybody who's seen me play Pokemon understands that I am all about, hey, let's minimize the chance to miss as much as possible, please.
Mm-hmm. It kind of doesn't matter because regardless of which one of those weapons I choose, I am going to be using Prepare Attack, which costs a flat 30 to guarantee your attack will hit.
Okay.
So if it's the difference between like 80 and 40, maybe it matters, but anything less than 70 doesn't matter.
I see what you're saying.
Either way, the vote seems to be unanimous for the shovel, so that's what we're going to go with.
Plus, I can see Kiryu would look cooler, like hitting somebody with a shovel than with a hammer.
Yeah, but
Hammer is just horrifying.
He could probably like, yeah, horrifying is definitely the way to describe what I was about to say.
I would see Majima with a hammer. I would see Kiryu with a big shovel.
Yeah. Okay, what should our next move be?
Let's check out
We do have this side quest. I'm not saying do it now, I'm just saying something to keep in mind.
Why not? Let's go for it.
Let's go for it.
Investigate the mansion. What a mansion. What do you think of it? You find a heavy tome wrapped in moth-eaten black velvet in that old southern style. When you remove the black wrappings, you recoil in disgust. It's bound in human flesh.
What do you want to do?
Burn it!
Burn it?
Burn it! Get rid of the Necronomicon. You may never know what's inside the hideous book, but that's a good thing. Minus 3% doom.
Never read the Necronomicon.
No!
Don't do it.
It's such a stupid idea. Let's check out the mansion. That was a net positive effect. Corpses are strung up on a wire, like macabre marionettes with painted smiles and rosy cheeks. Minus 2 reason. 'Tis the season to lose the reason. The legends say the witch was buried alive for kidnapping and murdering 2 children. It points you in a specific direction, potentially saving you some time.
Alright. Now we go to the school.
That was going to be my next suggestion. You've discovered Cadaver Theater. Alright.
Let's investigate the school. Or we could go to the schoolyard and try and get some allies.
No. Our allies have been useless so far.
The thing I think is really funny about that, though, is like this dude is like 24 years old, and he's going into a schoolyard and recruiting like high schoolers. That's very funny to me.
Yeah.
Because most of the other characters are like teenagers, and he's the oldest one.
What are you talking about? Kiryu's 18. It's 1984.
Let's go to the school.
Listen. This is in this type of world, Kiryu could be anywhere from 16 to 30, and you have no idea.
Hey kids, let's go on an adventure. Come with me.
Wait, why is it suddenly so dark outside? You stand by the window to take a look.
I'm loving this segue.
Black smog emerges from the courtyard, coating everything in an oily vapor. Observe the smog.
Now, before you choose something, I'm going to offer you a hint in the way of saying that these are both skill checks, and they both check different things.
Okay, well, observing would be perception, right? And
Yeah.
running would be probably dexterity?
Dexterity or strength, or this could be perception or knowledge.
Well, our knowledge is not great, but our strength and dexterity are both higher than average, so maybe run.
Dexterity check, success. You run from the window before anything happens, plus 5 experience.
Good stuff.
Stuff.
Just run away. You know what? That's fair. That's what I would do in that scenario. I see like black smog roll into the courtyard, just fucking book it.
Get out of there.
You get out of there. The notes mention a village not far from your town. You decide to take a bus. Getting closer, you can't help but notice a large number of trees that suddenly died. What happened here?
Let's check it out. We gotta take the bus.
The idea of Kiryu riding in a bus is funny to me, and I don't know why.
I was just gonna say.
I remember trying to use the taxi cab as little as possible because the idea of him just not walking everywhere is weird. It's been almost a year since a childhood friend moved away to another city. He left suddenly without even saying goodbye. In a recent letter, he apologized for the disappearance and asked you to remove the furniture from his flat because he wants to sell it. In the envelope, you find a key to his apartment. Wait, so is it a flat or is it an apartment? Or did he leave the flat and he got an apartment? What's the distinction between the flat and the apartment? We don't have a flashlight. Let's help our friend. Success! You find another letter behind a wardrobe. It explains that the reason your friend left was that the shadow people were stalking him. You shudder when you realize you haven't seen the moving company truck driver's face. Plus 5 experience.
Now, before we move on, I should probably explain how these checks work for people who don't know.
Please, because I don't know.
So this is our strength total, as you can see. This is the number that the game rolls. And this is the regional difficulty modifier. If the number that gets rolled plus the modifier is less than our total, then we succeed. Otherwise, we fail.
Oh, okay.
I want to say it might be less than or equal to. Prince Cosmo asks, what dice does the game roll? I believe it's a D12. As Kitty says, less or equal. Okay.
On a D12. Okay, that's good to know.
Now we know. Let's resolve this event.
Give it 5 minutes, I'll forget. I promise.
Well, I won't.
I know. That's why you're here. Everyone in this village is unsettlingly friendly. An old farmer points you to an old stone. The missing group supposedly started their forest trip there.
Let's check it out.
You ever seen Blair Witch?
Never.
I think you would hate it, but you might be able to appreciate it. Feeling hungry, you've entered a small local restaurant and ordered the daily special made with today's catch. Just where the hell did these fishermen go?
What do you think?
One bite won't hurt. You gotta eat everything, because that's how you get your bonuses. Feeling the eyes of the restaurant's guests on your back, you take a small bite of the smelly seafood. It's surprisingly good, but you kindly refuse another serving. Plus 5 experience and stamina. Yeah?
Just like in the Yakuza games, you get 5 experience when you eat.
And he goes,
Oh my.
Looking back one last time, you continue deeper into the woods.
Here we go, it's exploration time.
That's a lot of exploration. A parasitic organism burrows under the bark, undulating slowly. Undulating. Nice undulation. We don't have a steak knife, so let's investigate. The bark is flabby and sticky. It makes you recoil in horror, -2 reason.
Damn.
All the paths look the same. Are you lost?
Uh-oh.
What you thought was just a discarded pile of clothes suddenly moves. As it stands up, a cloud of white powder is released into the air. Kobe Bryant? Well, he does have a sport cap on. Alright, punch him. Punch him good.
I think I am going to seize agency on the combat encounters because I know what I'm doing.
Yes, please do. In the meantime, feel free to either listen to the music or bring up Pledge of Demon. Or anything else. I trust you to be able to kill Sportman. The Kinoko Gatherer. I don't know about you. I really like the practice of, like, English sayings on clothing, because you wind up with sport, you wind up with get smoked. It's like the same idea as, like, I want to go to a restaurant that just says pizza on it.
Yeah.
I really like the idea of just a cap that says sport.
It's the same idea as, like, a dumbass frat boy getting a tattoo in Japanese that he doesn't actually know what it says, except these people are smart enough to not get it tattooed on their fucking bodies.
It also, yes, college. College is a good one. It reminds me also of the Hell t-shirts in Dragon Ball.
Oh god, yes.
just a big, like, bright wife beater shirt that just says Hell on it is hilarious.
I fucking love those guys.
You have a feeling someone is following you. We're gonna go check out Hagrid's hut. Following a trail of rotten fruit, you stumble on a small forest shrine. It's probably dedicated to some local spirit. The small statue looks alien and menacing.
What do you want to do?
Okay, as much as I want to destroy the shrine, don't do that. You should probably pray at it. Kneeling by the shrine, you discover a small piece of paper tucked behind the statue. +5 experience.
Neat.
You find a pile of human teeth lying on a nearby rock.
There they are.
Oh, good.
See them?
I do.
Look at those teeth. Look at them pearly whites.
Man. Somebody was here. You have a feeling that you're being watched. When you hear a branch snapping, you quickly turn around. There is someone standing in the trees just a few meters away.
What do you want to do?
I guess confront them. It's just a creepy scarecrow. Relieved, you decide to leave the area, just in case.
As Kitty suggests smoking the cigarettes, and to that I would ask why. We're doing okay for reason right now. Not great, but not terrible.
We will eventually get fucked on reason.
We do
I'm just
start with nicotine withdrawal. I would like to save those for when we need them for some kind of battle sequence that I know is coming.
We will. I mean, we're pretty due for a combat encounter, especially since we haven't had one yet.
Yeah, but as far as I know, there are no boss encounters in the immediate future.
Well, all the paths look the same. Are you lost? Are we gonna fight Skull Kid?
Yeah, Kinoko wasn't a boss, though. I know that there's a boss coming.
We'll save our smoking for the boss.
Yes.
We'll smoke directly into his face.
That's my plan.
Use the smoke as, like, a smoke screen.
Yo,
by
you remember
smoking into his eyes.
You remember that fucking heat move in, like, Yakuza 5?
I mean, there are a lot of heat moves, man.
The one with the cigarette.
Oh, yeah, where he flicks it into his eyes.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
That's a good one. Dark forces scheme against you. You don't know who you can trust anymore. Plus curse. After making that dumb face. Yes. That's a particularly
Oh, what
mean
the hell
one, too.
happened to our face? Cursed signs. Casting spells raises doom.
Okay, so two things just happened, all right? One, we got a sig flicked into our eye.
Apparently.
Two, we just got that Naruto curse mark. That one that Sasuke has.
Yeah.
Cursed Kiryu is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's also the one for that Geralt gets at the beginning of Hearts of Stone.
Yeah, you're right.
Casting spells raises doom, which is good for us since we don't have
cast
any spells. Don't do it.
Well, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Casting spells raises doom. The modifier for this old god is casting spells that cost reason raises doom. Does this now apply to all spells? And if so, how much?
I don't know. I would assume that both of them stack on top of each other, though. That much I would assume.
I would assume that they stack, yes. But the way this one is worded, it makes me think it follows different rules.
I see. I want you to click on the bottom one, the bottom rightmost. For the
Oh, this one?
the place. Yeah, I don't know why. I get a feeling we should go there. The rumored witch house seems empty.
Good call.
In the basement, however, you find a camera pointed at the large hole in the ground. On the table next to the camera, you see 3 cassettes, each titled after one of the missing friends. Then, you hear a curious sound coming from the hole.
What do you want to do?
Take the cassettes and run.
We're out of there.
Not being able to deal with it, you decide to grab the tapes and run. You wander aimlessly through the woods for a few hours until you are found by a search party. You lead them to the house, but the door to the basement is missing. This case remains open. Freaky feature of found footage ending C. The forest is restless. 30 experience, plus 15 experience, minus 3 doom, plus 1 stamina and reason, and a day passes.
The old god stirs. Click here to reveal its effect. Store closed. The friendly dog disappeared last night. You will have to find a new place to buy equipment. Does that also apply to the vending machines, I wonder?
I don't know. I would like to point out I was wrong the last time that we did this. I thought that the dog in the store was a reference to the Silent Hill dog. It's not. It's a reference to a Shiba dog that famously did host a store. But the Silent Hill dog does exist in this game. It's just later.
That's wonderful.
So both exist. We have enough experience to level up.
What should we get? I'll let you decide.
Well, what are we we're lacking in... Our charisma's pretty good. Our knowledge is pretty low. Everything else is pretty good. We should get more knowledge, maybe.
Well, I would ask, do you want to cover our weaknesses or play to our strengths?
So far our strengths are pretty okay. I don't like the idea of having weaknesses, if we can help it. You know what I mean? Because we might... I'll defer to your judgment in this, but my thinking is that if you are put into a situation in which you need knowledge, you want it to be good.
So you want it to be at least 6?
I would like it to be at least 6, because it'll be above average.
Well, no, it would be perfectly average, because it's a D12.
Right, okay. Well, I mean... Yeah. Yeah.
So we can go for knowledge and core strength.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea.
Knowledge, quick thinking bumps up dex, and core strength is extra damage in combat.
Extra damage would be good because we already are... That would be more playing to our strengths.
Easily. So let's go...
And would be fitting for Kiryu.
Let's go with that.
Yeah.
And has Kitty in chat confirmed that the store's closing does only affect the dog, it does not affect the vending machines.
That's good. Vending machines will stay open even when the old gods come to visit.
Got the key. Is there anything spooky out here? It has been raining since morning.
That's awesome. That's wonderful.
I mean,
it's bad for your characters, but yeah, it's very hot here. very,
Got
very
these
hot.
forest tapes. Important technology. Seemingly broken, but maybe you can find a way to repair them. I have never done this. I don't know how. I'm going to
you stick a like a number 2 pencil in there, and you start rotating.
Yeah.
And it spools the tape back into place.
Classic.
You remember playing Double Dragon Neon, and yeah, they would have the like mash A to rewind your tapes thing. You are currently not investigating any weird mystery. What's next for us? Oh, we cough up blood and something else.
I removed 5% of our doom. At the cost of
Good.
stamina. I think that was worth it.
Yeah, back down to 3% doom is pretty okay.
Let's have ourselves a wash.
Yes.
Get some reason back. Now we're in better shape.
Yeah. Ready for more action.
Ready for action. Before we move on, do you want me to explain the other options for that mystery, or should we wait until we get it again? And maybe try to do it better that time?
No, go ahead. Go ahead and let us know here.
Okay, so you remember the can of acid at the beginning?
I do.
That can of acid is how you get ending A for that mystery. Because there's a big fucking eye in the well, and you just dump the acid on it, and it's awesome.
That's fantastic.
I'm a little bummed that we didn't get to do that, but it's okay.
It'll come up again.
Alright, once again I defer to you. What would you like to do?
What's the top left?
Curious case of a contagious coma.
Okay. We didn't do that one, did we?
I can't remember if we did it, or if we tried to do it and died, or if that was me doing it by myself. I don't remember.
I don't remember. I remember the name, but I don't remember. Let's go with that one.
Maybe we didn't get to it. I really like the
More and
music
more
in this
people.
one.
Yeah. No, the music in the whole game is great, for sure. More and more people fall unconscious and cannot be awakened. People trying to wake the patients up result with them falling into a coma themselves. A whole wing of the town's hospital has become dedicated for the comatose. Is there anything connecting these people, and how did this strange illness start?
Let's investigate.
Let's check the news reports about this weird disease and try to find the cause before more people fall asleep.
Alright, what will your first move be?
Where can we... Okay, we can investigate the village location twice to complete the quest. We can go to the school. And... let's go to the school. It's got that big, bright, like, shining circle on it, so we'll go there.
Let's check it out.
You are stopped by a girl you haven't seen in months. But how could you? She died in an accident. Ah, stalker girl. Okay. Well, she has no pupils, so, I mean, that's a bad sign. But we have, like, extra pupils or something, so maybe it balances out.
It balances out.
See, unfortunately, we can't do that heat move on her, because we could try and flick the cigar into her eye, and it wouldn't do anything. It would just bounce off.
Yeah.
Like, the soft, fleshy bit of eye has just become hardened over and cadaverific.
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 Occult diary. Let's burn it and get some doom back. Get the anti-doom.
I like the idea of, like, you beat up somebody and just grab their diary and you're like, hey, a diary. Set it on fire.
And it averts the end of the world for a few seconds.
That's right.
What will your next move be?
Let's investigate the village twice. Or maybe not twice, but you know what I mean. Let's investigate it at least once. No one answers when you knock at Professor Takeuchi's door. This is odd, since he's normally punctual about his appointments. The smell of blood tells you that something's wrong, and you quickly open the door and make your way inside. There's no sign of the professor, but the quantity of blood everywhere leaves little doubt as to what has happened. But how and why?
What will you do?
Let's look for items. You rummage through the drawers, trying to find anything useful. The sound of police sirens forces you to grab the nearest item and flee the crime scene.
We got
Plus
a
item.
flashlight. Cool.
That's very in character for us. Reports mention a patient 0. Who could they be? 0. Okay, here's my question. If we investigate the village a second time, will that just usher us towards an ending? Or will we have more options?
It will open up an option without locking us into anything.
Okay, let's do it then. As long as we're not locked in. Your friend has asked you to meet them at a certain secluded location. Getting there, you find a telescope with a note signed by your friend. The note tells you to look through the telescope. Curious? You check it out.
I looked through a telescope recently. It was cool.
That's good. I don't think I've looked through a telescope in like 10 years.
I saw Saturn, and I saw its rings. It was fucking wild.
That's pretty cool. Saturn is the coolest of the planets. You don't see anything at first. Then you notice it. The bloated body of Ath-Yalzl is getting closer. +3 doom.
Doom. Damn.
An old man from the village hands you a package. This should help you understand the illness. Plus item.
Cool.
Well, there you go. Ooh, we got magic powder. The dust of seeing momentarily renders invisible creatures partially visible. Sets enemy power to 0. That is useful. Thanks, Kobe.
Now we proceed.
Yes.
Is there anything you would like to do before we move on? Visit any locations, talk to anybody?
Our health seems okay. Everything seems okay, and we only have one fund, so we can't necessarily buy stuff. No, let's move onward. What were you gonna say?
Nothing, I just wanted to give you the option, since we're getting railroaded a bit here.
Yeah. I say we move forward.
Let's move forward then.
Despite your best efforts, you feel like the neighborhood is starting to change. Location's threat level increases. Oh no.
Oh no.
You've wandered into a rival clan's territory here. You have to sneak into the hospital and borrow the patient zero's information.
No, all that means is that Majima is in the neighborhood somewhere.
Yeah, no, you get the little notification. And like a window somewhere rumbles and you're like, huh?
Kiryu-chan.
Kiryu-chan. That, or you start hearing Pledge of Demons somewhere. Like, imagine you're playing one of those Slender type games, right? And the music is just Pledge of Demon, but it gets louder or quieter based on how far away the thing is.
Yeah.
And if it gets too loud, you're forced into a fight with Kuze. As a part of the therapy, some patients took part in art classes. Some of their work fills you with dread. -2 reason. Yeah, me too, buddy. I've been to community college.
Oh, we've got that, the shadow on the brow. We're in
Yeah.
bad shape.
You've got the name and address. Let's get out of here. Can we go to the hospital? Yeah, I was gonna say, can we heal up maybe? Somehow?
We don't have a lot of money, and we don't have any injuries.
I see. The only thing that we can do is cure with cigarettes, which we probably want to save for later, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess move forward.
I'll tell you what, we're actually ahead on Doom right now. We could go home and rest a bit, get some of our stats back.
That, I would be okay with that. You've done a full day of this. You take a long hot shower, sit on the couch, and read your favorite book. Time flies by so fast, you prepare yourself to leave and continue your long investigation. +3 doom.
boom. Goodbye.
Got the name and address. Let's go figure it out.
Let's check it out.
You find yourself in an old, unused part of the hospital. You take a deep breath. The disgusting smell of thawed remains still lingers in the room. It used to be the hospital's mortuary, where doctors determined the causes of death.
What do you want to do?
What's in the freezer? You take a peek into the freezer, but can't see anything important. You wonder what could smell so awful if there's nothing inside. Nearby, the body on the dissection table twitches slightly. Prepare for combat.
Prepare for combat.
Dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. The horror of countless autopsies stands before you.
Ooh.
Jane Doe.
The unsolved crime. I really like that. That's cool.
That is pretty cool.
Cool and disturbing besides.
She is just barely, like, recognizably fine. You know what I like? It seems like she was fine, and then decomposition takes place. I like that it's subtle, is what I'm saying. I like that she's not over-the-top Junji Ito nightmare monster yet.
Not yet.
She's just a dead body who seems like she's okay with the situation. Hit her with a shovel.
Nothing for it but to hit her with a shovel.
Hit her with a shovel several times until the situation goes.
Oof.
Not doing so good here. You dig out something extra. Plus
some
one
money.
funds. You grave robbed a grave.
Hell yeah. Nice funds.
Good fund. Now we're only slightly less broke.
It's a good thing that we're not completely broke, because when we're completely broke, the creepy guy who smells like rust shows up.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I'm trying to come up with a character in the games who could do that. I don't know.
Oh.
Does Kage the florist smell like rust?
He probably smells like cigarette smoke.
He's a little creepy.
Yeah. But not in like that Junji Ito kind of way.
No. If anybody's creepy in a Junji Ito sort of way, it's Kanye Wesker or whatever from the third game. No, not Kanye Wesker. Kanye Wesker's from Dead Rising. He's Andre Richardson, the American CIA agent. The only character in any of the games to speak really bad English. Oh god, Patient Zero's house seems empty. We should search for it.
Let's take a look.
But do it carefully.
Very carefully.
God, I can't wait for you to see Andre Richardson. Through the dirty restaurant window, you notice a shady-looking man wearing a jacket covered in strange symbols. He stops in front of a house, visibly nervous. Before he enters the house, he turns around as if he's checking for any unwanted followers. What could it mean?
What should we do?
We wouldn't call the police. We'd probably follow him. I don't know if that's a good idea, but that's what we would do. The door is locked, but you think you can repeat the knocking pattern the suspicious man used. Nothing happens. Plus 2% doom.
That is literally the worst roll we could have gotten.
You've run into World of Terror. That's unfortunate. I didn't think that Kiryu would call the police.
No, that's fair to assume.
That man dabbled in magic. You found a journal describing a certain village and instructions for a summoning ritual. It seems that he tried to contact a being from the dream realms. Are we doing Friday the 13th? Or not Friday the 13th. We're doing Nightmare on Elm Street Dream Warriors?
We just might be.
A certain village, huh? It's getting dark as you arrive at the cemetery, and shadows move in unaccountable ways between the tombstones. Finding the right grave may prove to be a challenge, especially when you feel someone's gaze on your back. Confront the stranger.
I will say that digging out the package is an option that's only available if you have the shovel.
Okay, well, we dig out the package then. If that's something that we otherwise can't do. Using a shovel, you dig out a package that was hidden underneath the marked tombstone. You retrieve the letter and a dirty envelope with cash.
Hell yeah.
Plus 5 experience and 2 funds.
I'm going to posit a suggestion here. What say we go to the vending machines and see if we can't find a health item of some kind?
Okay, I say go for it. I'm okay with that. Is that cola or is that ooh-la tasty cold? You see what I'm saying here? I kind of want I'm gonna be honest. I kind of want a T-shirt that says ooh-la tasty cold.
Yeah. I like ooh-la. That's good.
At first, because I thought it said cola, and then I was like, no, wait.
Ooh-la is way better.
Ooh-la is like Oolong's female counterpart in Dragon Ball that we never got to see.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got soft drink, we got an energy drink, bottled water, and cigs.
I think we should go for the soft drink.
Yeah, go for it.
And let's just...
To reason.
Yeah, give me that.
Get that bonus. We are rich again.
Well, not so much anymore.
Well, now we're back to 1, but we were rich. Now we're rich with experience.
We're just rich enough to avoid the creepy guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Now we go to the hospital.
Go back to the hospital. Let's find us something creepy. The investigation is taking a toll on you. You start to miss the most obvious leads, plus 4% doom.
Damn.
22% doom. There it is. Let's hope you find an answer here. You've managed to sneak through the floor. You've managed to sneak through the floor, avoiding the police, and finally reach the quarantine wing, where all of the coma patients were brought in. Their pulse is slowly weakening and the blood pressure dropping. You must hurry.
Prince Cosmo asks, is that just a random fuck you event? The answer is yes. There's a lot of those.
Yep. That's like the whole... That's like 30% of this game.
Pretty much.
Use the dust! Following the old man's advice, you throw the dust of seeing in the air. It reveals weird, elongated monsters hanging from the ceiling, one above every bed. Each creature is connected to a patient with an undulating tendril. As you try to process everything, one of the disgusting creatures raises its head and looks in your direction. Get prepared. The creature causing the contagious coma plaguing your town has taken notice of you. You must defend yourself or perish. Good use of alliteration there. Okay. Dream Devourer.
Now, this is a boss fight, so this is a good reason to use these.
Yeah. And, didn't that take his power down to 0? Using the powder? No.
Our chance to hit is lowered by 10%.
I see. Luckily, you have the reach of a shovel. Although, so, yada yada. This thing reminds me of, listen, this thing reminds me of Sig's bonuses won't work when used in combat, says Haskitty in chat.
I should have done that earlier then.
There's an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer where she has to work at like a McDonald's, basically.
Yeah.
And what happens is there's a giant creature who is basically a huge penis-headed worm.
Oh yeah?
And it's like partially that and partially a xenomorph because it spits acid at you and Silent Hill 3 kind of. And it immobilizes people so that they can eat them. There's like an old lady who constantly comes to the restaurant, right? And she's got a like really bad toupee. She takes the toupee off, and that's where the giant worm comes out of her head. It's a really cool and really creepy design, and it reminds me a little bit of this Dream Devourer.
Well, let's see if we can't kill it.
Kill it. Kill it good. That's what Buffy would have done. You should always do what Buffy would do. Unless you're talking about romance, in which case, don't do what Buffy does, because that'll end poorly. Just keep killing it. What if you take the long end of the shovel and you just stuff it right in that runiferous face? You know what I mean?
Alright, we killed it. But we're also dead.
Dame dame, dame yo, dame dame yo. That encounter was the final straw. Your mind has snapped and you've been locked up in an asylum. It would be comforting to accept that you were insane, that no old god is awakening to devour humanity, but the drugs haven't made the horrors disappear.
Surely that could have been done better. Well, the thing is, I'm pretty sure one of my attacks just didn't go off, otherwise I would have won.
Unfortunately, Kiryu is dead. You've perished cause of death, stamina loss. Difficulty level cultist, equipped, shovel, and a flashlight. In this run, you managed to survive. You managed to solve one mystery plaguing this town. You didn't see any new events, didn't encounter any new enemies, didn't unlock any new achievements.
Damn.
We did get some funds, though.
I'll tell you what, though, if we hadn't used the Dust of Seeing, we could have escaped that without a fight. And just gotten a subpar ending.
In that case, that's my fault, and I apologize.
Hey, don't apologize, it's all part of the game.
I can't believe I got Kiryu killed.
It's all your fault.
I can't believe it. Sorry, everybody.
Sorry, Yakuza 7 is cancelled. Game's already out.
Dude, what if the next Yakuza came out and it was like the same cast, but they have to deal with all of this shit, though?
That would be awesome, dude!
Like, you could have a Man, what if the next Yakuza game comes out and it's a crossover between Yakuza and Silent Hill?
I want them to put Dead Souls on PC. I don't care if it sucks, I'm gonna play it.
It does suck, but I think you would like it. What is next for us?
We could customize the playthrough, or we could just hit quick play.
Go for quick play. If we're going random, we might as go fully random, right?
Let's go fully random.
The supposed cause of destruction of the Library of Alexandria. A perfect black marble statue has recently been discovered and is currently waiting in the museum of our town for its premiere. Both you and your enemies deal extra damage. Character exclusive perk cards only.
Exclusive perk cards only.
So it's a sudden death run.
You learned a new spell. Grow teeth.
Grow teeth.
Look at that. That's horrible.
Oh man. That would be a pretty cool power though if you could grow like a secondary like shark set of teeth.
Fucking hell yeah.
Let's continue.
That is
horrifying. I don't want to think about growing teeth if I can.
Should we keep the dog? Or what should we do here? Once again, I defer to you. In the name of keeping things interesting.
Take it easy, Has Kitty. Don't forget the Z, they say, before running out.
Thanks for the tip. Take care now.
Okay. As far as our options here, what do we have? What are our options?
We could
choose
do
up to
the vending machine, the dog, or the police station. We can have 2 of the 3.
Let's visit the dog and the police station.
Okay. Confirm and continue.
I want to see the dog. You can't tell me that it's not okay to see the dog, because I want to see the dog. We got nothing in our mailbox.
Nothing in the drawer.
Nothing is here.
Rain?
Eventually.
Let's start by taking a bath. Get that little XP boost. It's free.
Okay. I mean, if it's free, you might as well take it.
I'm not gonna fuck around with outfits because I don't want the game to crash.
What are you talking about? That's another randomized event. If you click the wrong outfit, you might just get minus 99% reason.
No, we're not doing that. I'm gonna overrule you on that one. Let's get started.
We've got an executive decision to veto changing outfits. We did mermaids. We did not do. Well, what's the top left here? Bloody brief of a beckoning bulletin. We did that. What's the bottom right? Alarming account of abnormal arms. We also did, I believe. Yes. 2 out of 3. Horrible history of household hell. What's the bottom? School Scissors was the bottommost. Macabre Memoir of Morbid Mermaids. Might as well do mermaids, I guess.
Sure. And by the
We've
way,
done all
the
of
way
these.
I understand this one, like the assumptions that I'm working off of here tell me that, like, it is really hard to get ending A.
Yes. The Household Hell one, I remember what we did wrong, because I ended up looking that one up after the fact.
Yeah?
And the reason that we fucked it up was because we immediately did the bow clap ritual wrong.
No, you're thinking of the funeral one.
Oh yeah, that is what I'm thinking of.
This is a different one.
Oh, okay, okay.
I do have all 3 endings for that one. No, I think I don't have the worst ending for the funeral one.
Alright, well, if we run into the funeral one, we'll go ahead and beeline for the worst ending, so that we can get that full experience.
So we doing mermaids?
We're doing the mermaid one.
Let's do mermaids.